Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Ms. Smith, may we have a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding, Mr. Voisin, Mr. Amity,
Here.
Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner, Mr. Babin. Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you, ma'am. Approve the minutes of the regular council session held on March 27th, 2024. Moved by Mr. Harding, seconded by Mr. Babin. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Distribute the minutes of the regular council session held on April 10th, 2024 has been done. Distribute minutes of the special session condemnation hearing on April 23rd, 2024. It's been done. Approve accounts payable lists 4/15/2024 and 4/22/2024. Move Mr. Pleasure. Second Mr. Champagne. Members, vote your machine. 9 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries. Approve the manual check listing, March 2024. Move Mr. Pleasure. Second Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Item 1, general business. Proclamation proclaiming the week of May 5th through the 11th, 2024 as Drinking Water Week in Terrebonne Parish. Mr. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's with great honor that I read this proclamation to the viewing, also the listening public, in regards to Drinking Water Week here in Terrebonne Parish. I'll read the proclamation as follows. City of Houma, Louisiana, Parish of Terrebonne Proclamation. Whereas water is our most valuable natural resource, and whereas drinking water serves a vital role in daily life, serving an essential purpose to health, hydration, and hygiene needs for the quality of life of our citizens. Whereas tap water delivers public health protection, fire protection, support for our economy, and the quality of life we enjoy. And whereas the hard work performed by the entire water sector, designing capital projects, operators ensuring the safety and quality of drinking water, are a member of a pipe crew maintaining the infrastructure communities rely on to transport high-quality drinking water from its source to consumers' taps. And whereas the coronavirus pandemic has shone a light on the importance of drinking water for health, hydration, and hygiene needs. And whereas we are all stewards of the water infrastructure upon which current and future generations depend. And whereas the citizens of our city are called upon to help protect our source waters from pollution, practice water conservation, and get involved with their water by familiarizing themselves with it. Now therefore be it resolved by the Terrebonne Parish Council on behalf of the parish president and the entire Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government that the week of May 5th through the 11th, 2024 be hereby proclaimed as Drinking Water Week in Terrebonne Parish. Presented this 24th day of April, 2024, signed by our parish president, Jason Bazeron, and also Mr. John Amity, council chairman, and endorsed by this entire Terrebonne Parish Council. If we can have the Waterworks guys come up, and what we'll do is we'll take a picture with you guys, and then we'll share a few words.
Say something. It's on. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, council members, Parish President Bergeron, CAO, Mr. Lerat. Thank you very much for giving us this honor tonight. We're the second, the most important thing that people need to live. Air comes first, and we're right behind it. You got about maybe 2.5, 3 days in between. So we have no choice. Whatever is put into the raw water for us by Lafourche, Intracoastal Canal, Bayou Black, we're charged with taking it out. The challenges are there. Forever chemicals, PFAS, lead and copper rule, Flint, Michigan, brainy amoeba. We face this every day. And while occasionally there's a little hiccup, by and large, when it's all said and done, people drink the water and they don't get sick. We thank you for your cooperation and encouragement from y'all to us. I'd like to just take a minute and introduce a few of our board members who are here with you tonight. First is our president, Mr. Vincent Celestin, who represents Councilman Pledger's District 1. Our vice president, Mr. Johnny Pizzolata, who represents Mr. Champagne, Councilman Champagne's district. Charles Brown, who represents Councilman Hammer's district. Ms. Chauvin, our representative, is Patrick Marcel, who represents your district. And of course, not last but at least, Mr. Craig Luke, who represents Mr. Bavin's district. These people are my bosses. They are the ultimate authority for potable water in Terrebonne Parish, and they do a good job. They show up, they guide, they give encouragement to their staff, and certainly tell us when they think we haven't done exactly everything the way we were supposed to. So thank you very much for this honor. We take our job very serious. There's about 85 of us, and we never stop. We're a 24/7 operation all the time. Somebody's in those plants making water. We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you for your support, and we ask for it continually. Thank you.
Mr. Trusclair?
Yeah, I think I'll defer and let Councilman Pledger and the parish president do the pictures and stuff before we get to discussion.
Ryan, can you let someone in that door? Couldn't see who it was.
Yeah. So thank y'all very much, Mr.
Hang on, Mr. May.
Hold up, Mike.
Stand there and look pretty for a minute. We know it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's
We all
tough.
have that
Somebody's got to do it. What can I say?
Mr. Trusclair.
Okay, look, I just want to let y'all know that we really appreciate the hard work you do. Your board does a fantastic job in keeping everything in order. You and your staff and your crews, your line people, they do a fantastic job. I hate seeing all these notices for ball water advisories and stuff, but that's just an indication that you guys are really doing your jobs and stay on top of business.
If I may just respond, in 2017, the state sanitary code changed, and it said that any time pressure drops below 20, I have to call a boil water. Well, if you got to turn the valves off, the pressure's going to drop. So most of that is just procedural, and we take it serious. And that's
Actually,
what we do.
during maintenance and keeping your stuff up.
That is
So
correct.
no, I
Yes,
just
sir.
want to let y'all know, I'm sure I can speak for everybody here on the council.
Thank you.
That y'all doing a fantastic job, and
Appreciate it.
we really appreciate what y'all do.
Got a lot of good people. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Also, I'd like to share that, this is, many times it deals with the Waterworks District. As you very well know, Mr. Sobert and Mr. Pizzolato, Mr. Brown, Mr. Celestine, a lot of you other guys there. You know, my dad served on
Very
that
much
board
so.
for a very, very long time.
Hired me.
Yep, there you go. And I knew you before I knew you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I understand that. Yes, sir.
And in all those years, I can honestly say he was passionate about the waterworks, and it was really close and near dear to his heart too as well. So it means a whole lot to me because, every time I think about it, that's why I come and visit you
Yeah,
guys, because
appreciate that. Thank
carrying
you.
that legacy
Always
on.
welcome.
But you
Always
guys are doing an excellent job. Excellent job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
President Bergeron?
Yeah, I just want to commend the Waterworks group, with our short time in office. They've been real great to work with. We're cooperative, very responsive, and, going back to Ida and the destruction that we had and how quick those teams got together, got things going and got us back up and running. So I just want to commend them on the work they do and thank them for everything.
Thank you, sir.
And again, thank you, gentlemen, for coming out tonight. It's our pleasure and honor to do this proclamation and recognize as an individual that works on those water lines from the contractor standpoint. I brag when I go to other areas on Terrebonne Parish and the way that Terrebonne Parish operates. And I know y'all do a lot of classes together, CE classes and
Yeah.
stuff. I always tell them, I said, man, y'all want to know how water's made? Talk to them guys from Houma. They know how to
Thank
do
you.
it. But again,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank y'all.
Before I go on to the next item, we have some Nichols students with us tonight, and I want to thank you guys for coming. If everybody would just give these guys a hand for the hard work that they do, and you guys are our next leaders, so we're hoping that you're paying attention and having some ideas on how to do things for your generation as you begin your journey. So again, thank you all for coming out tonight. Item 2, public wishing to address the council. Ms. Talisha Clark, Houma resident, wishes to address the council regarding housing in Terrebonne Parish. Is Ms. Clark here tonight? All right. Item B, Mr. Tommy Jenkins, Houma resident, wishes to address the council regarding the $117.6 million for the downtown redevelopment project and why this project should not proceed. I don't see Mr. Jenkins here. Item C, as per speaker cards, in accordance with Section 2-07E of the Terrebonne Parish Home Rule Charter, the public will be heard and can speak for 3 minutes on any matter related to parish government without discussion or questions and answers on non-agenda items. We have one speaker card. Mr. Floyd Bergeron, if you would please come up to the podium and state your name and address for the record, sir.
Floyd Bergeron, 201 Kelly Drive. I've been up here too many times. But I got to say something. If we'd have this election to consolidate this government with the police jury and the city of Houma, it passed, I don't remember exactly, by several hundred votes. And I guarantee you, if it would pass today, they'd have a recount and the damn thing would still pass and would still be a consolidated government, which is a big, big waste. This parish is dead. Well, first of all, roundabouts. This man right here is killing us. Y'all gonna spend $2 million for a roundabout on South Down. Now, just think of how much money y'all wasting tearing down all the fancy lighting equipment that's up there already. You got a one on West Side Boulevard. You ought to see us 18-wheeler with 70 feet trailer go over that thing. That's useless, but it makes Mr. Pulaski happy. And y'all make it.
Mr. Bergeron, don't address people by name.
Well, him. But anyhow, they had I read the paper a lot, cover to cover. They had a marketing deal come out, and they had the top counties and parishes in the United States, 100. The parish of Lafourche, I remember, was in the mid-80s. Terrebonne Parish is nowhere to be found. You got bad roads, you got dirty roads, and the people you got working them are wasting my money because they're using inferior equipment to repair roads. And nobody seems to care about it. Nobody. And now you want to do Houma? Houma's dead. Go look at Michel Claudet's walkaway down there. And you want to spend $1 million to buy Faces building and spend $500,000 to repair it so you can have a deal to overlook Bayou Terrebonne? Well, just tear down the building and put a tent out there, Jason. How many times have I called you about Hollywood Road, all the ruts? A dozen? They're still not fixed. Go look at Bayou Gardens. Anybody go down Bayou Gardens lately? That's where the money needs to be spent. That's why y'all need to spend it. I'm a taxpayer. Y'all are taxpayers too. You should see that. I got a culvert that was supposedly replaced right at my front deal over there. And I'm gonna give you the name of the contractor, Boudreaux and Boudreaux. Mr. Luke.
Mr. Bergeron? Hang on a second. We have a motion to extend by Mr. Harding, second by Mr. Babin. Members, vote your machines. All right.
They had a cave in there, about 3.5 inches deep. And this is the last time I'm going to say this, and I'm going to cut you off, go off. Mr. Luke says, how long this has been like this? I say, hell, ever since we lived here. But I said, it's getting worse. Oh, he said, I think this needs to be replaced. Okay? 2 days later, and this is all parish employees. X-ray truck, robot, everything. Roll under there. Man, this thing's all eaten up. This needs to be replaced. So 3 days later, here comes the guy with the paint and the arrows. Paint, all kind of things. Oh, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We got to replace this culvert under the road. So finally, the trash equipment pulls up. The first hammer they pulls out, it breaks down before they start. Went and got something else. Broke it down. Finally dug everything out. They had a broken space on my side of the street about 6 or 7 feet long. So the guy with the backhoe started cleaning it out. So the big fat guy gets out of his old trashy truck. So what are y'all doing? Oh, we got to replace this culvert. We ain't replacing that. Go get that roof and tar paper. They covered that with roof and tar paper. Fill it up with limestone. Cemented it up. Then they did the other side. Did the same thing. But this is the best part. When they poured the cement, it run short on cement. Throw some rocks in there, fat boy says. You threw some rocks in there. Fill it up. They did the same thing catacomb across the street. The only thing, where water was laking, they fixed that. But further down, they left a hole, so now the water stays there. And guess who they worked for? Boudreaux and Boudreaux. So I wonder what we actually paid them to not change all them culverts. I'm a taxpayer. I'm concerned about it. And that's the one I talked to you, who you should keep. I told you 2 people. And, oh, no, Jason, you know everything. But let me tell you one thing. And he don't know everything. You said he was the smartest man in Terrebonne Parish? That's some BS. I can guarantee you that.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Bergeron. I just want to take a moment. I was contacted by Mr. Mark Jeff. He had wanted to come address the council, but he's on his way back from a doctor's appointment in Lafayette, and he says he's not going to make it. He's going to reschedule. He just asked me to do that, so I'm giving him that honor. We have a motion to go out of regular order by Mr. Harding. Second by Mr. Hamner. We're going to go to item 3, committee reports. A, Public Services Committee, Mr. Babin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Public Service Committee meeting held on April 22nd, 2024, and I have 2 public hearings. Giving notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to dedicate and accept the maintenance, operations of the streets, drainage servitudes, sewer, and rights-of-way for Evangeline Oak subdivision. Energize and accept the street lights and to incorporate Rue Evangeline, Rue Jean-Luc, Rue Jeanette, Rue Eloise, and the extension of Rue de Fers into enhanced 911 emergency response system for the purpose of providing a better means of locating addresses and calling for a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, May 15th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. 2, consider the introduction of an ordinance to rescind ordinance number 9563 for error therein and to enact a new ordinance authorizing the relocation of a Terrebonne Parish precinct polling location for the election of November 5th, 2024, and all subsequent elections, and calling a public hearing on Wednesday, May 15th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m.
We have a motion by Mr. Babin, seconded by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion carries. Item B, Community Development and Planning Committee. Ms. Chauvin.
I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Community Development and Planning Committee held on April 22nd, 2024, and I have one condemnation hearing, giving notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to amend the zoning map of the Parish of Terrebonne so as to rezone from R1 single-family residential to R3 multifamily residential lots 8 and 1 through 8, Block 1, Catherine Subdivision, 8938 Norman Street, Houma, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. Daniel Turner, applicant, and calling a public hearing on said matter for Wednesday, May 29th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m.
I have a motion by Ms. Chauvin, second by Mr. Carl Harding. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion carries. Item C, Policy, Procedure, and Legal Committee. Mr. Hamner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Policy, Procedure, and Legal Committee held April 22nd, 2024. I have no public hearings.
So we have a motion by Mr. Hamner, seconded by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion carries. Item D, Budget and Finance Committee. Mr. Pledger.
I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Budget and Finance Committee held on April 22nd, 2024, and I have two public hearings. Consider the introduction of an ordinance declaring one vehicle from Houma Police Department as surplus and authorizing said items to be disposed of by any legal approved methods, and calling a public hearing on Wednesday, May 15th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Number 2, consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend the 2024 adopted operating budget of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items and to provide for related matters. Item number 1, utilities, electric distribution, $350,000. Item number 2, dedicated emergency fund, $2,648,949. Item number 3, dedicated emergency fund, $6,525,690. Item number 4, dedicated emergency fund, $757,000. And item number 5, drainage, $2,000. And calling a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, May 15th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Mr. Hamner? There we go.
So we have a motion by Mr. Pledger, a second by Mr. Hamner. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion carries. Item 4, streetlights. As per Mr. Babin, second Mr. Pledger. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion carries. Item 5, vacancies to various boards, committees, and commissions. Recreation District Number 2-3, 3 expiring terms on 5/31/24. Recreation District Number 3A Board, 1 vacancy. Recreation District Number 4 Board, 1 expiring term on 5/24/24. Coteau Fire Protection District Board, 1 expired term. Municipal Civil Service Board, 1 expired term representing the council. Terrebonne Parish Tree Board, 1 expired term. TARC, 3 expiring terms on 5/31/24. Library Board of Control, 1 vacancy due to resignation. I just want to take a moment to address the public. If you're interested in getting involved in your community, these are excellent ways to do so. You can look on the parish website to get your application and get that turned into the council clerk. If you're not certain about how to do it, just call the council office and we'll lead you through it. Item 6, announcements. Mr. Parish President, you have any announcements?
We got a few announcements. We started our Employee of the Month program again, and we had Miss Lynn Hebert in Planning and Zoning was our March recipient. And Mr. Edward Castile Jr. in Drainage was our April recipient. We also just launched our Bayou Revival cleanup, and we're going to show that video at the next council meeting to share what we're working on doing to clean up the bayous and well, help with litter. We have a few upcoming events. We have a Pirates and Boots Festival, Saturday, April 27th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the downtown Houma Marina. We have May the 4th Be With You on Sunday, May 4th from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. With an after party at the balcony and a parade at 2 p.m. And that is the largest Star Wars festival in Louisiana. We have Wings for a Win cook-off, Saturday, May 11th from 11 to 5 at Southtown Plantation. And TFAE is on Saturday, May 11th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we're going to have a parish cooking group in there doing some kettle corn and some craft, possibly fried hot dogs. So thank y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Parish President. Any council members have announcements? No council members? Mr. Champagne.
Yeah, I don't want you to forget about the Louisiana Blackberry Festival in front of the McDonald's Jordan Services, May 18th.
Thank you, Mr. Champagne. I have a motion by Mr. Harding to go back into the regular order. Second by Mr. Pleasure. Members vote your machines. Nine yeas, 0 nays. We go back to 6:30 p.m. public hearings relative to item A, an ordinance to amend the 2024 adopted operating budget for the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items and to provide for related matters. Animal shelter, $59,990. Transit, $17,458. Housing and Human Services Head Start HVAC system, $67,000. And consider well, here we go. The first call for public, second call for public comment, third and final call for public. We have a motion to close by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. I think we need to get the AC checked in this room. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion to adopt, Mr. Babin, second, Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion is adopted. Item B, an ordinance authorizing the parish president to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with the Terrebonne Ministerial Alliances, Inc., and execute necessary documents for the transfer of a movable property from Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government and Terrebonne Ministerial Alliances, Inc., and to provide for related matters. First call for public comment. Second call public. Third and final call public. We have a motion to close by Mr. Harding, seconded by Mr. Pleasure. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. We have a motion to adopt by Mr. Harding, seconded by Mr. Pleasure. Members, vote your machines. 9 yeas, 0 nays. Ordinance is adopted. Item C, an ordinance amending the Terrebonne Parish Code of Ordinances to provide for usage of the official seal by Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government elected officials. First call public. Second call public. Third and final call public. Motion to close, Ms. Chauvin. Second, Mr. Wazan. Members, vote your machines. We have a 9 yeas, 0 nays. Motion to adopt by Mr. Wazan. Second by Ms. Chauvin. I want to say something since I don't see any lights. I just want to explain why I'm not voting for this. I think that the way the current writing, I think it's fine. The thing I don't like about this is that it puts a fine on us if we use it in any campaign material. And the reason why I bring this up is when I was first running, I wanted to take a picture in front of this building and put it on one of my mailers. All I had to do was call the parish president. He gave me the okay, the authority to do it. It was that simple. So I just don't think that we need to add a fine to us to use our seal. So with that said, members, vote your machines. Hang on, I'm waiting on the vote. 6 yeas, 2 nays, 1 abstention. Motion carries. We have a motion adjourned by Mr. Charles Clare, second by Mr. Harding. Members, vote your machines. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We are adjourned.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.